There was once, there was a time, I don't know exactly the details, but there was, seeing the Farbrengen that the Rebbe spoke about it, but there was a time that there was, on the radio, there was a certain show, which they used to have, I think it was Matzei Shabbos, they used to have talks with rabbis and ask a rabbi different questions, and the rabbi had to answer, and it was like I guess a popular show, and there was once a Chabad rabbi that was invited to this show, Rabbi Posner from Nashville, Tennessee. And they asked him different questions about Yiddishkeit, different questions about Judaism. One of the questions that they asked him was, "Vi kumtis, how is it possible that if someone does a private, personal act in his own little home, if someone is mechalel Shabbos, someone lights a fire on Shabbos, or someone puts on the air conditioning on Shabbos, someone does a little private act in his own home for his own comfort, how is it that if two people see him, they tell the rabbis that this person violated the Shabbos, he put the air conditioning on, and the rabbis have the right, have the liberty to give him 39 lashes, to give him malchus, to punish him, to give him skila." They asked him this question: how is it possible that a person has no privacy whatsoever, that he can't do something? A person is hot, turns on the air conditioning on Shabbos, or a person, whatever, in any situation, a person might do something for himself, didn't harm anybody else, he didn't do anything to anybody else, he didn't walk into shul and desecrate the Shabbos in public. In his own little home, he does something private and personal. How is it possible that the rabbis get involved without two strangers see him, they get involved, they call the rabbis, and the rabbi gives him a punishment? Where's the moral, where's the ethics? What's going on here? And he was a little bit taken aback by this question. He started answering that it's not so simple to get malchus, to get punished for doing a sin is not a simple thing. You have to go through a lot of procedures. There's hasra, and people have to accurately see you, and they have to be in the same place, and this thing and that thing, back and forth. You have to do the violation right after the Eidim tell you that. He started basically saying that he was basically, in other words, he said is that you're right. It's not justifiable what the rabbis do, give a person a punishment for a personal act, but it's a very uncommon thing to happen. It happens once in a while. It's not something that happens. That was basically his answer. But the message that came through his answer was that he basically agreed that this idea of the rabbis of Torah giving a punishment for a person for doing a private act is something which is not nice, so to speak. No, there's no. It's not nice. No, it's not derech eretz. It's not manners. So the Rebbe, the Shabbos after, the Rebbe heard about it or listened to the show, whatever it was, but the Rebbe spoke about the Shabbos by the Farbrengen, the next Shabbos. And the Rebbe said that if this chassid, if he would have been permeated, this is what the Rebbe said, if he would have been durchgenommen, if he would have been connected to the Baal Shem Tov's lesson, to the Baal Shem Tov's saying, that whatever a Yid sees and hears is a Yirah and Avedis Hashem, is a lesson of Avedis Hashem, he wouldn't have answered, he would have gave a much better answer. He would have seen that Hashem showed him that week an answer to this question. What happened? That week, so the day before this show happened, that was the time when the first astronaut reached the moon. The first astronaut reached the moon. So the Rebbe explained, before I go into what's going on here in this world, but the Rebbe explained by the Farbrengen that what is that? The astronaut went to the moon, millions of dollars was invested in it, and million hours of thought, and philosophers, and all the Maisis, and all the big Chachamim put in hours to get to this goal of the person going to the moon. So he doesn't know what's the great Ta'elis, the great benefit of getting to the moon, but many hours and many dollars and whatever great mashavim, a lot of resources were put into this idea. Now, what if the astronaut that goes into the spaceship, before he goes in, so they give him they prepare him for days and train him every movement that he does, exactly what he's supposed to do, which buttons to press, exactly how he's supposed to balance himself. Every single movement that he does is calculated and it's perfect in order for things to work out the way it's supposed to work out. Every single moment was everything was calculated. And if this astronaut's going to say, once he gets into the spaceship, okay, now I'm in my own little place, no one sees me, I'm here in the little spaceship, that doesn't have to do with anybody, let me take myself easy a little bit, sit down on the couch, whatever it is, I'll have a little, drink a little beer, enjoy myself a little bit. So that's my own private thing, okay. And then if the spaceship's going to crash, I'm only one of the spaceship. No one's going to get hurt, no one's going to get harmed. So of course, that's going to be absurd for someone to say that. There was so many millions of dollars put into this, so many hours put into it. You're not your own little person here on the astronaut. Whatever you're doing now was pre-designed by great people, by great chachamim for hours. You're not just a private person doing whatever you want. So the same thing, what in Torah, the Eibusher gave us a mission. He gave us a mission, and a detailed mission with 613 mitzvahs. And a detailed mission with a goal to make this world a place that's a dwelling place for God. and He gave us exactly the way to do it and the methods to do it. A Yid can't and there's generation of Yidden that gave their blood for this cause, for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and they gave their life for the Eibishter. And the guy comes, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I want. You're not a private person anymore. It's not easy for a person to hear, but a Yid is not a private person. He's a chain. He's a hemshech from generations. He's a continuation from generations, and he was chosen by Hashem. By Hashem Yisbarach Hamamid Arsin, and whatever we do has an effect. We can't do anything about whatever we do has an effect. So the Rebbe said it's a pele that Chachamim only give 39 lashes for a violation. But and the truth about Yiddishkeit is, if someone would really understand, if someone would really realize what Torah mitzvah is all about, what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is all about, then a person doing what he wants after generations and years of Yiddish lives, Yiddish blut given away for this, then and for his little comfort, he's ready to turn on the air conditioning on Shabbos. That's a gewalt.